Okay, so here we are in Module 3, Part 4. And what we're going to have a look at in this part is the follow-up value messages and the just one question message. So before we do that, let's just remind ourselves where we are in this process. So where we are now is we've sent out the connection invitations and those have been accepted. We've now followed up with the thank you and introduction message. The next task for us to do is to send out the middle of the sequence, which are the pieces of value, what I call the value messages. Two of those, that's what we found has worked best. And then the just one question message. So this part of module 3 is we're going to be concentrating on these three, the two value messages and the one question message. But before we jump into that, I just want to show you that what I'm teaching you actually works. Let's have a look directly inside my LinkedIn profile, and I just want to show you what's happened between me recording the previous part, which is how to send out the thank you message, and literally within a couple of minutes of those, and I think I showed you 3 messages going out. Let me just show you what happened. So we're back inside my LinkedIn profile, and do you remember we sent messages to Sally Inkster and Joe Kilgallen? Got a message from Sally, Sally, and you can see it is straight after. Let's see what time that went out. It went out at 11:21. That's the invitation. Would you like to spend some time having a look at your profile? Got a message back from Sally saying, I think what she means is this afternoon works for me. Always interested in how to improve my LinkedIn. Okay, so you can see I'm not making up that this gets results. And from Joe, I've actually responded to Joe before making this recording. But you see, Joe, there's a message that went out to Joe at 11:24, similar time to Sally's, and at 11:29, so 5 minutes later, I got a message from Joe saying, thanks, that sounds great. Sometime week commencing 7th of December would be good. So I just then messaged Joe back, and what I will do is I'll copy that message when I finish this recording and send that over to Sally, because what I said is, yeah, good to hear from you. Hope you're enjoying this, because I'm recording this on a Saturday, which normally I do not work on a Saturday, but it's gloomy. So what better to do to create this training module for you? Would you like to take a look at my online diary and choose a day and a time to suit you? I put the link below. Enjoy your weekend and look forward to speaking very soon. Here's the link. There's the link to my diary. And then got a message back. Done. There you go. In real time, you can see that this works. So that's 3 messages that I sent out. And I sent those just to do the training. 2 of those people came back and said, yeah, I'd love to speak. So you can see that that immediate, polite follow-up really does work. Okay, and just in that one strategy, you will return multiple fold the investment you made in yourself with this program, so long as you implement it. That's all you need to do, because you can see now it absolutely works. Okay, so I just wanted to pass this bit of good news on. Real-time results coming in. What we're going to do is have a look at the value messages and the just one question message, so you can see how those are structured. Okay, this is the first value message that I send out. So yours will be completely different, but I just want to take you through the psychology of what I put into here and how it works. Now, when you receive a message through the direct messaging function on LinkedIn, you actually only see the first few couple of lines. So the salutation, and usually just this line here. So in that line, we want to entice them, the receiver, our new connection, to open the thing up. So we need some intrigue. What works is something like this. I thought you might find this really helpful. Their mind is going to go, what is this? And if it's helpful, should I find out? Okay. Another way of doing the same thing is a question. But I find the useful word this really works as a trigger. So, hi, so thought you might find this really helpful. It's a great little video on the power of personal branding by Sunny Lenarduzzi. It's just over 18 minutes long. But if you want to know how personal branding can quickly and effectively set you and your business apart from your competition, it's well worth a watch with a coffee in hand. If you're really busy right now and don't have 18 minutes to spare, make sure you just watch from minutes 1 and 58 seconds to 2 minutes 55. Gold dust and very applicable ideas when driving leads and inquiries on LinkedIn. Here's the link. There's a YouTube link. I'd love to know your thoughts, Simon, and then my headline. Okay, so let's deconstruct that. What's going on there? This is all about offering help and ideas so that you are seen as a very helpful, knowledgeable, worthwhile person to know. That you're not a threat. That you're not doing what most other people do and jumping for the sale. Okay, so as we said before, we want to bring them into the message by using a carefully crafted piece of wording right at the front to give them some intrigue. So it's a great little video on the power of personal branding. Now, personal branding, I know, is an emerging subject that more people are getting to realize is important in their marketing, but not necessarily something that they've associated with effectiveness on LinkedIn. Now, I know that it is. So I'm introducing something new here that they maybe haven't considered before. And I'm warning them then that, yeah, it's 18 minutes long, but there's really good reason for you to have a quick look at it. Because if you want to know how to quickly and effectively set you and your business apart from your competition, that's what most people want to do. And we're now in the cult personality era. It's all about us as individuals, not our logos, not our brands, not our corporations. It's one-to-one communication and relationship. That's where LinkedIn has a massive effect. It's where YouTube has a massive effect. So I know more and more people want to know how they can use their own personal brand to set them apart from the competition. Now, I also know that very few people are going to work through 18 minutes of video. So what I've done in the second paragraph is say, if you're really busy, or you could say, I know you're probably really busy right now and don't have those 18 minutes to spare. But make sure you just watch from 1 minute 58 to 2 minutes 55. So that's literally less than a minute. It's gold dust and very applicable when you want to drive leads and inquiries from LinkedIn, because I know that's what people want to do. That's what I can help them do. So I'm bringing the thing full circle. Well, what's personal branding got to do with LinkedIn? Well, if you do personal branding properly and effectively, you'll drive more leads and inquiries, and that's what people want. But I know they probably haven't got 18 minutes to spare. However, this video is so good, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people actually do make time to go through it. It's a super video. But if there's one thing that they do pick up, it's the bit in that 2 minutes to 3 minutes section here. So I'm guiding them as to, there's some really great stuff in here, but don't miss this bit, which further adds to the intrigue. And then I'd love to know your thoughts. Sign off, and then restating your headline as we've recommended you do in every case. So that's the first value message. Let's now look at the second value message that we send. So this is our second value message, and this is a short little video that Gary Vaynerchuk has created. Again, it's available on YouTube. So in some ways we're helping Gary, we're associating ourselves with Gary, we're associating ourselves with Sonny, because actually I have worked personally with Sonny on the LinkedIn side of things. So it's really good positioning for us that we are informed, that we have got our finger on the pulse, but also we know some of these leaders. So that actually helps our personal branding, our personal positioning and authority status. Okay, so let's have a look at this message. Hi, just came across this great little video by Gary V about the importance of LinkedIn for building your reputation and driving business. As he says, it's what Facebook was in 2012. And I've just realized there's a little typo there. There we go. And then you can watch it here. Here's the link to the video. If you're open to exploring how LinkedIn could drive more leads, inquiries, and sales for your business, typically we see 8 to 10 new client opportunities per week for our client, then just drop me a message and we'll get our diaries together for a friendly chat. Look forward to hearing from you, Simon. And then our headline again. So you can see this is a slightly different message, but it's got a call to action in it this time. So what we're saying is we're introducing a thought leader. So this isn't me saying LinkedIn is the best thing since sliced bread. They'd expect me to see that. But what I'm doing here is saying actually one of the globe's biggest digital marketing thought leaders is saying LinkedIn is coming into its own. It's what Facebook used to be in 2012. So you really need to get on it. So this is corroborating my message. It's bolstering, it's backing up my message. And this video is only 3.5 minutes long. And I could possibly add that into the copy. But I wanted to do in this message, because now the recipient has had an invitation to connect, a thank you message, a piece of value. They're now getting this piece of value, is to gently say, if you'd like to explore this and how we get 8 to 10 new opportunities, or rather our clients get 8 to 10 new opportunities through what we teach them, show them how to do, then just drop me a message and we'll get our diary together for a friendly chat. So very, very gentle. Okay, so before we go on to the just one question message, what's your task now? Your task is to go and find 2 pieces of content. So it can be your content, so it could be your video, it could be your blog, it could be an article that you've written, or it could be somebody else's, as I've used here. I find actually sharing other people's content is actually more effective, because it's corroborating that what you say, the message you're preaching, has credence, it has value, because other thought leaders are saying the same thing. So I actually personally prefer to use other people's content to not broaden the message out, but bolster the message. So your next task is to mirror these 2 messages that I've got here with either your own content or somebody else's. Let's now move on to the just one question message. Okay, so here we are at the just one question message. As you can see, this is really short and sweet. We say, hi, could I just ask you a quick question? Because as you remember, they will only see, when the message comes in, they will only see this bit. And we want them to know, I wonder what the question is. We want them to have that bit of mystery about what we're doing. Now, I want to know, if you were to ask me just one question about how to generate more leads and inquiries from LinkedIn to boost your sales and profit, what would that one question be? Do let me know, Simon. headline again. Okay, what am I doing here and why? Firstly, what I'm doing is cementing again that you can get more leads and more inquiries, and you can boost your sales and your profits by effectively using LinkedIn. Now, people fall into three camps. Now, they don't know that you can do this from LinkedIn. And if my targeting has been correct, those people shouldn't be in my targeting. But one or two maybe. At this point, they've had a number of messages that if they fall into that camp, they're becoming much more aware that they could be missing out on something here totally. More likely, my targets will fall into one or other of these next two camps. They're either using LinkedIn or have used it and haven't got the results that they wanted to or to the level that they wanted to. I want to know how to solve that problem. Or they are using it, but it's not as effective, or that they would like to know more effective strategies from an expert. So this is what I'm getting at here is, if you were to ask me just one question about how to generate more leads and inquiries from LinkedIn to boost your sales and profits, what would that one question be? Because I want to provoke a conversation. I want to pull people towards me that are willing to have a little bit of to and fro on LinkedIn that allows me then to generate an initial conversation to say, do you know what, why don't we just jump on a call and I can answer everything that you've got to ask. And from there, you can go into the rest of your attraction and onboarding process. The other thing that I'm looking to do from here is I want to know all the questions about LinkedIn that are out there in the marketplace. What is it the market wants to know that maybe I've not thought about? Because this is a great way of creating very easily a lead magnet. If you've got 5, 7, 10 recurring questions coming up from this part of your process, you know then that that is what the market has got going round in their heads that they're battling with. That's the best way to create a lead magnet that is going to work and get traction, is answer your market's questions. Okay, so a number of reasons we're doing our just one question message. So your task now for this message is to mirror this message. And what is your one question going to be? So a lot of this message here you can copy. Hi, could I ask a quick question? Because we know this works. If you were to ask me just one question about your subject, what would that one question be? Or you could drill down into an area, a subdivision of your general topic if you wanted to. Okay. For example, mine would be, if you ask me one question about how to create an effective LinkedIn profile, what would it be? Or if you to ask me one question about how to generate engagement on LinkedIn, what would it be? So I can ask that question, and so can you, in a number of different ways. Okay, so that's your task now. Go and create those 3 messages for yourself, and this is how we send them out. If we're going to do it manually, then what we do is at the top of our spreadsheet is, you can see there's the Sunny message, there's Gary message, and there's the one question message there with the survey to follow. In this campaign, we've not got so far as the just one question as yet, but you can see whenever I send that message out, so these people have been in this campaign a couple of weeks now, we log the date so we know when they've had them, so that we don't send the next one too soon. However, as I was saying in the previous part of this module, you may not want to do this manually, and we have a system on hand that we recommend that I'm going to cover in some training towards the end of this module that will do all this for you. Okay, So your task now is to create those 3 follow-up messages for yourself.